Kristie here for In Your Pocket Tuesday. You may also know me and my channel as Sweet Girl Designs, and I'm super excited to share this layout with you because I absolutely love the colors used in the inspiration piece. Lots of pastels and purples, and that's just what I took away from the inspiration piece. Definitely the purple Converse struck a chord with me, and I just ran with purple. So I have my cards already picked out, lots of soft pastel colors, and then I dug out some Studio Calico kits that I got in the grab bag sales. So these are the documenter kits from February and January. And one of the kits, I'm not sure exactly which one though, came with these purple vellum alphas, which matched perfectly with the card that I'm working on right now in that bottom left hand corner. And yeah, so I just make really good use of purple pretty much throughout. But I also incorporate some yellow and pinks as well as some light blues and teals. So I think it comes together really nicely. And on the opposite side of this double page layout, there's quite a lot of purple in the photos. There's 3 photos of my daughter wearing like some purple pajamas, so I thought it balanced nicely. That bottom left-hand card is from Studio Calico, and it just has the days of the week in white with the purple background, and it did have a red word that said today, and then it also said 2013. So I wanted to cover that up, so I used a doily, and then I used this acrylic piece that came in one of the documenter kits. Just bringing in a little bit of soft orange with these Amy Tangerine tiny word stickers. And now I'm working on my title card. Thought I wanted to use the doily again up there, but decided not to. Instead, I use this 7 paper vellum heart and a label from Fancy Pants, and then this chipboard piece from Dear Lizzie, as well as some miscellaneous ephemera pieces. So I'm just using my tiny attacher to adhere down the vellum heart, and then I just kind of create a cluster with the chipboard and the label, and then this cute little bow, which was from my stash. And now I'm going to use these vellum alphas to add the date. I do make a little mistake and I don't realize it until a little bit later. Initially I put February 29th to March 6th, and it should be spread out for 2 weeks. I didn't have enough photos to do a double page layout for just the 1 week. So a little bit later I'm gonna rip it apart. Not too much, not too bad. But I have to remove the 9 and make it into 2, so February 22nd. And those vellum alphas are hard to tear up after the fact. I had to walk away from this layout because my daughter was getting a little fussy with my husband. So anyways, don't leave them sitting too long if you know you want to make changes. Those enamel dots are also from one of the documenter kits, and I'm just using the orange and the pink on this layout, and just add a few onto the title card. This Project Life card is from Studio Calico as well. I think it's an older kit, but it had all the colors that I needed. And then I'm using that Rise and Shine ephemera piece, which I believe is from the Carpe Diem collection by Simple Stories. And I'm just now going through my bits and pieces, and one of the kits came with this roll of tickets, and so I find this one ticket that says watching. This photo is just a screenshot, or I think it's just from Google, of Winnie the Pooh. So my daughter is like obsessed at this point in time with watching Winnie the Pooh. Now it's like any Disney movie with animals, but this Winnie the Pooh screenshot, sorry for the glare, but is like one of my favorite parts. I always really enjoy this part of the movie, so that's why I included it. So I just use one of the Fancy Pants labels and the ticket and just do a little cluster with the doily. And then I also had these vellum heart stickers that came with one of the kits. And for this card, I knew I wanted it to be a journaling card, but I also wanted to add some interest, so I used this Maggie Holmes Bloom puffy sticker with a deer that's pink. There's really no reason for the deer, I just think it's super cute, and it went well. And I do a little bit of journaling on that card later. Now I'm just using another Fancy Pants label and this Studio Calico ticket, which I believe says hello, hello, maybe? I can't really see from here, but yeah. Lots of dancing fingers in this layout because I'm not quite sure like what I'm wanting to achieve. I want to spread out the colors, and I want to make sure that the balance of supplies is used, like the tickets and the puffy stickers and the chipboard and all that kind of thing. So here I am just changing the date on that one. I wasn't able to get the whole sticker up, so I just made sure that you couldn't see the 9 and then put the 2 on top. Do a little bit of date stamping onto my cards and labels, and now I'm ready to journal. So lots of photos of my daughter this week, 2 weeks I guess. I don't know, we were both kind of in this mood of not really wanting to do anything. I wasn't feeling well, and then the next week my daughter was sick, so just not a lot of photos. So I combined the 2 weeks, and that just gets me closer to being caught up, so it worked out. So that was the left side, and now we're on to the right. There's this Studio Calico card that worked out perfectly because it had all the colors that I would be using. And I think initially it's supposed to be meant for like Christmas, but it says things like happy and joy and that sort of thing. And I believe it came in a December kit, but it works for this layout with all the colors and definitely the purple. There's not a lot of purple in Project Life or scrapbooking in general, so I just went through my cards and picked out anything that really had purple on it and went from there. So here I'm making kind of a mishmash of embellishments. This card and photo just turns out to be like a bit of everything. But I took a doily and put it underneath this 3x4 photo, and then this 2x2 square is from a Gossamer Blue kit, just to bring in a little bit more of the red that was on the Studio Calico card with the Rise and Shine on the opposite side. Add some enamel dots, and then a little bit later I add even more stuff to that card. Yeah. So a little bit later, my video is going to cut out, and so I just really want you to make sure that you take the time just to like look at the still photos a little bit, just to see, because I did add a few more things throughout this side of the layout just to kind of create some more balance, but I'm just right now just going through my ephemera that I had picked out and these tickets and laying everything out how I want it. And so this ticket says, I can't see it, I'm sorry, real right now or something like that. And then that flare badge came from Studio Calico. Creating just a little cluster with a label and some ephemera and another vellum heart. Adding some journaling to this card. Not a lot of journaling in this layout, which makes me a little bit sad because that's kind of my goal this year in my project life, to add more journaling. But yeah, add another chipboard piece to the card just to balance out the embellishments a bit. It's this lovely time. I really would have liked to have that on the photo of my daughter on the swing, but the cluster I created already had been stuck down, so yeah. Using this purple shipping tag just to layer in behind, just to bring some more purple to this side of the layout. And yeah, so I'm sorry again about the glare and that my video is going to cut out here. I hope you do enjoy it and get some inspiration from the inspiration piece. I loved working with these colors, and I just thought it was a lot of fun to try and find some purple in my stash. So hopefully you have some purple in your stash too. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the Crafty Maven Getaway and check out my channel if you have some time. Thanks, bye!